Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to Paper News 24/7, brought to you by the Paper of Montgomery County online in living color from the paper's control room in downtown Crawfordsville. I'm Stu Clampett with your top headlines for Wednesday, July 20th, 2011. Today's news is brought to you in part by the Indiana Poison Center. Children act fast, so do poisons. Call the Indiana Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222 for poison prevention tips and treatment advice provided free 24 hours a day. In our top story today, the bridge on State Road 32 at Yountsville over Sugar Creek was closed for 4 hours Tuesday while police attempted to persuade an unidentified man not to commit suicide. At 10:22 a.m. Tuesday, a woman driving by saw the man and called 911 to report that he looked like he was going to jump. A few minutes later, the man on the bridge also called 911 and told the dispatcher that he intended to kill himself. Detective Bob Rivers of the Crawfordsville Police Department was the first to arrive on the scene. When the standoff ended 4 hours after it began, the man was transported to St. Elizabeth Hospital in Crawfordsville and paperwork was filled out for an emergency detention order. We'll be back with more local news in just a moment.
Most companies' calling cards fit in your wallet. Ours is just a little bit bigger. Howe Construction is an Owens Corning preferred contractor, and only the best roofers get to be Owens Corning qualified. Howe Construction offers a comprehensive warranty and has a clean record with the Better Business Bureau. Howe's Construction Incorporated, located in Hillsboro. Call us today at 765-798-6600. Call Howe Construction for all of your roofing needs, plus room additions, remodeling, and new construction.
Mickey and Cena Parks were the recipients of the 2011 Lenora Matthews Award Tuesday during the annual ceremony at the Montgomery County 4-H Fair. The parks, who farm near Wingate, were introduced by last year's winners, Josh and Darla Tribby. And speaking of 4-H, here we see Bernice Crosby holding the lead on her Grand Champion Dry Commercial Dairy Goat on Tuesday at the 4-H Fair. Congratulations, Bernice, and you too, Goat. The extreme heat warning has led to the cancellation of the Montgomery County Historical Society's Civil War encampment at the Lane Place Saturday and Sunday. You can call 362-3416 for more information. And in other news, an immunization clinic will be held on August 1st from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Well Baby Clinic located at 802 South Mill Street. Immunizations will be given by appointment only. Appointments need to be made no later than noon on August 1st. Call 362-3244 for more information. And please keep in mind that County Road 300 South between State Road 47 and 200 West will be closed. This project may take up to 3 months. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the Highway Department at 362-2304. Stay with us. We've got Indiana's weatherman, Paul Poteet. We've also got your local sports in just a moment.
Bad wrecks happen to good people. That's why people take their wrecks to the good people at Gould's Body and Paint in Crawfordsville. Gould's will work with your insurance company to provide an accurate quote of your needed repairs. Then the iCar Gold Class Specialists take over, restoring your vehicle to good as new. Gould's will service any make, any model, any type, or amount of damage. Just remember our motto, at Gould's Body and Paint, our business is a wreck.
Paul, before I send things over to Studio B, those of us here in the studio, or I suppose Studio A now, have a question. We all know that it's stupid hot outside, and we know about this thing called heat index, but how does that work? You see, I understand wind chill, but I lived in the desert for a while, and I was way less uncomfortable in 110 degrees in heat than I am in 105 degrees in heat index. Matter of fact, look at poor Weatherby. He's been like this for a week now. Please, also, do me a favor, explain this to me like I put the stew back in stupid. Over to you, Paul.
Well, let me just say, first of all, on behalf of all of us back here at Studio B, we've been waiting for questions for the last 5 months. I don't know where the questions have been, but it's good to finally hear from you there in the studio. And I'm just glad you didn't ask Weatherby. The reason that it feels so much different is that Evaporation is a cooling process. I mean, that works in the atmosphere too, and it works on humans. When evaporation occurs of the sweat that you produce from the heat, that cools your body. It is not as easy to evaporate that moisture, that perspiration. I don't know why I keep touching myself. I'm completely dry right now. But when you're sweating outside, when there's a lot of humidity, the dew point temperatures that you hear weather people talk about, when those dew point temperatures are high, that makes it harder for your body to achieve that evaporation, or it's a slower process, that cooling, and that's what makes it so dangerous. The heat index is just a way to try to express the amount mainly of moisture and heat in the air. The wind chill in the wintertime goes off of the temperature and the wind. Those are the two main factors in what it feels like to you in the winter. It's not the only factor. I mean, it can feel different if you're standing in the sunlight as opposed to in clouds in the wintertime. None of these systems, the wind chill or the heat index, none of them are perfect. They're just ways to try to make it a little clearer to people that, yes, the humidity is really bad today, and that just kind of gives people a number they can fixate on. The heat index is seldom going to be a factor in Phoenix or any arid climate with a lot of dry conditions, just because moisture isn't a part of the climate there, and so the heat is what it is. You don't, it doesn't get any worse than the actual temperature. Around here, though, happens all the time when we get an influx of Gulf of Mexico air. I hope I answered that. That's the reason why sometimes 105 in Phoenix may feel a lot more pleasant than 90 here in Indianapolis. And we do have an excessive heat warning that's still in place. That got bumped up to a warning yesterday. It's going to stay that way through Saturday for good reason. The daily afternoon heat index numbers are going to easily get to around 110. They could sneak up to 115 at times also. So an excessive heat warning remains in place until Saturday. We had a couple of showers earlier today in the northeast part of the state. I mean, it's possible that a pop-up could happen, but I really don't think we have a good storm chance again until maybe a slight chance on Friday. And then again on Sunday, that may be a little better chance, and there will be somewhat more moderate air by the time we get to Monday in the forecast. But you can look here on the weather map and see the front that came down close to us as a cold front, now moving back up to the north again today as a warm front. So that'll be moving out of the area to the northeast. Another front, if we fast forward to Thursday's map, another front gets close. But I think tomorrow the shower and storm chance stays to the north of us. We could see some of that around here by the day after tomorrow, at least a slight chance for storms again on Friday. So what's the good news? I guess the good news is we don't have to worry about severe weather. Don't really see that happening today, although the Storm Prediction Center feels that there's a chance of storms where you see the general area there of thunderstorms in southern Indiana for today, at least a slight chance, but nothing severe around here anytime soon. Just severely warm. Let's take a look at the forecast from paulpoteet.com. Here are the numbers. First of all, for today, afternoon high temperatures that go up into the 90s. Take a look at those numbers, which are tremendous. 96 degrees for the afternoon high today. Now, the nighttime lows are only going down into the mid to upper 70s. In most places in the state today, it's either the fourth or, in some cases, the fifth day in a row of 90-degree weather. 96 today, 97 tomorrow. Then that storm chance, and 94 on Friday, 94 Saturday, 92 on Sunday, another storm chance then, and then maybe a little easier to take next week. 89 on Monday, 88 Tuesday. You know, that's still above average, right? Okay, shut up, Paul. You're making us mad. Thanks for your letter. Now on with the local news for Montgomery County. Right here. Stay tuned for more from the Studio and the rest of the crew reporting in. And this is it from Studio B. I'm meteorologist Paul Poteet on Paper News 24/7.
At Zon's Floor Covering, we don't offer washers, paint, or lumber. Floor covering is our expertise for your home or office. At Zon's Floor Covering, we offer luxurious styles of carpeting and realistic-looking vinyl patterns, and we do it better than anyone else. You'll fall in love with the possibilities at Zon's, all backed by professional installation, superior personal service, and our 3-year installation warranty. Stop by Zon's today and see why we want to be everywhere you are.
The search for North Montgomery's new head softball coach is over. Pending approval of the school board on July 25th, Sarah Kearing will be the softball coach for the 2012 season. Before taking the job at North, the search for North Montgomery's new head softball coach is over. Pending approval by the school board on July 25th, Sarah Kearing will be the softball coach for the 2012 season. Before taking the job at North Montgomery, Kearing spent 3 years as a junior varsity coach at Frontier and Harrison High School. Kearing also said the hiring process went so fast she hasn't been able to meet the team yet, but she's looking forward to meeting everyone. In the classroom, Kearing will be teaching language arts at Northridge Middle School. Yesterday morning, former Crawfordsville baseball standout Jordan Kiger signed his letter of intent. Kiger will be attending Ancilla College. Ancilla baseball coach Joe Yonto offered him a spot as catcher. As a matter of fact, all 4 graduates of the baseball team this year will be playing college baseball. That's your local news for Wednesday. For more information on these and other stories, visit our homepage and pick up a print copy of the paper of Montgomery County. For Paper News 24/7, I'm Stu Clampett.